Hello everybody, this is Joshua Krieger at Krieg Sports Talk, and today we just had our first major trade of the trade deadline. Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, and a first round pick for Kristaps, Porzingis, Courtney Lee, and Tim Hardaway Jr. Now, this to me is a pretty interesting trade because we talked about how Dennis Smith Jr. And when I did my trade deadline episode, I didn't think he was going to be traded because the Mavericks patched up their their problems with Dennis Smith, but they ended up trading him. I'm surprised they gave away DeAndre Jordan, but DeAndre Jordan, he's on an expiring contract, and that's really what the Knicks wanted to clear cap space. A first-round pick, this can't be the 2019 first-round pick that the Dallas Mavericks have, because that is going to the Hawks in the when they traded Trae Young first-round pick for Luka Doncic, and then they got Porzingis, Courtney Lee, and Tim Hardaway Jr. Now, this was a big salary clear for the Knicks. Courtney Lee and Tim Hardaway Jr. combined for $27 million. So that's clearing space for the Knicks to sign a marquee free agent this season. So let's just go through all the players and look at their stats. So first player to look out is DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, 11 points, 14 rebounds. He's always been a good rebounder. He's averaging a block a game, which is below his numbers, but he's still going to give you good defense. He can be an anchor to a defense like Rudy Gobert on the Jazz. Now, let's go to Dennis Smith Jr. He's a good ball-dominant player that has underperformed this in his sophomore season compared to his first season. First season, people were saying this dude should have been a top 5 pick. But he's kind of regressed a little bit with Luka Doncic there, and obviously from this trade, we can tell the Mavs front office said, hey, we got Luka Doncic. We don't think Dennis Smith Jr. is going to be able to fit in. And so that's what happened there. So let's go to Courtney Lee. Courtney Lee, he's fell out of the Knicks rotation. He hasn't played much. The Knicks are actively tanking to try and get Zion Williamson this season in the NBA draft. So he's not a terrible player, but he's on a bad contract. They're trying to clear cap space, and we'll see how he does in the Mavs this year. Tim Hardaway Jr., I talked about him in my trade deadline video on veterans. I felt he was a really good veteran wing that was on just a contract that did not match his type of play. He is playing really well this season, scoring 20 points a game, leading the Knicks in scoring, and he's going to give you that punch on the wing that a lot of people are trying to find. But again, the Knicks were trying to clear cap space. He's owed $17 million the next 2 years, so basically they're going to have to pay him a decent amount of money. That's going to hinder what they can do in free agency. And then let's talk about Porzingis, the main person in this trade. He's averaging 20 points when healthy, but he's an unrestricted free agent this season. So we'll see if he's going to re-sign with the Mavericks. And he's also coming off an ACL tear. He is coming back from it this season, but there is that uncertainty. Is he going to be that same player he was before he was injured? And we'll see if he can play with Luka Doncic. You know, he's more ball dominant, so we'll see if those two work together. But this is going to offer scoring punch on the Mavericks that they just didn't have. So I would say it was pretty good for both teams that traded. Mavs, they got Porzingis, and they got Porzingis, a good offensive player, and they added Courtney Lee to that deal. And then you gave up your lottery pick last year, Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, who's on an expiring $20 million contract, and a future first. So We'll see if this trade ultimately was worth it for the Dallas Mavericks. We'll see if Porzingis leaves in free agency. I think he'll be a player in free agency, kind of like Tobias Harris is with the Clippers. He's not a max player. He's not a superstar, but he's a really good player. So that's kind of how I think Porzingis is going to be. So this was our first big major trade of the NBA trade deadline. It came out right away. I wanted to do a video on it. So please subscribe, like the video, and whenever there's a big trade coming, I plan on making a video trying to do it right away and upload it the day the trade happens or the next day. So please subscribe, like the video, and have a good day.